Good morning, everybody. How you doing? Wake up, it's a beautiful morning. Oh, wait, it's not. It's not at all, because I'm off to see Captain America, the New World Order, the Falcon Man. So that's why it's not such a good morning. Well, I've had a shower, had a coffee, and just about to head out to the cinema. And yes, actually the sun is out and it is a beautiful morning. So there is actually that. But is it going to be a beautiful film? Ooh, going to press X'd out on that one. I don't have particularly high hopes, but you never know. I might be surprised. I doubt it. Very much so, but who knows? Left the showcase, Bristol, Leeds. Couldn't be asked to buy a X Plus, to be honest with you. Just went into the regular showing because I wasn't going to waste another £2 on this crap, and it absolutely was crap. Some of the worst writing I've had the misfortune to listen to in the MCU so far. Absolutely abysmal. You can see that there's just multiple movies here cobbled together in what I can only describe as a chimera of dog shit. It's gonna bomb. There's gonna be no doubt about that. Once the weekend viewers have come and seen what a mess this is, nobody's gonna come back and watch this, and I think word of mouth within itself is gonna deter most people from gonna see whatever this disaster of I don't even want to call it a film is. It kind of feels like the CW cobbled together a few pennies and made this crap. Back home again. My goodness me, thank goodness for that, because that was dismal. I went into this film with low expectations. I've been very open about that. This film has been in development hell for a long time. It's been reshot and reshot again. It's essentially 2.5 movies which have been cobbled together, and it feels like it because it is absolutely incoherent as hell. So when you do go in with low expectations and you come out even more disappointed than you thought you would have, then my goodness me, this is a masterclass in incompetency. Because this is a spoiler-free review, I am going to keep some things vague. I will also be referring to some things which do happen in the film which you haven't seen in the trailers. However, I wouldn't in any way, shape or form regard them as spoilers.
You're not Steve Rogers.
You're right. I'm not.
First and foremost, let's get into some of the plot. If you've seen the trailers, you've essentially seen the whole film. The trailer that was released about 3 months ago is almost in sequence of how things happen, so you could cobble together the story there and then. Not that there's much story to speak of. It's as generic a bad guys doing bad stuff because Bad guy feels slighted by bad guy, while Captain America's like, I gotta do something, even though I'm really insecure about being Captain America because I'm the Falcon, but I'm not, but I am. Even though there's another Falcon, but I've still got the Falcon wings. And then the president called me son, and I'm black. So I think that's a racism, and I'm going to take it as a racism or something, because people don't want me to be Falcon, Captain America with wings and Wakanda forever stuff. What even am I? And this is the colossal problem with Mackie's Captain America. And I do put it in inverted commas because we've already know that he doesn't take the serum. So this is just a regular guy. He's protected from head to toe in Falcon / Captain America armor, but it isn't because it's actually Wakanda armor. So in reality, he's actually Black Panther cosplaying the Falcon, who's cosplaying Captain America. He's getting absolutely beaten around the place where he would just be mush, and even the vibranium wouldn't be able to protect him. Don't worry about that. And he's performing feats as a normal guy that Captain America does because he's Captain America. A regular guy can't flip up the shield and kick it so it bounces around everywhere and takes everybody out. Steve can do that because he's taken the serum and he's a super soldier. If Mackie tried to do that, his foot would be smashed into 15 different pieces. None of it makes sense because they're trying to play down that he hasn't taken the serum, yet the feats that he performs shows you that he has to be on the serum because this would be absolutely impossible for a regular person to do. So exactly who is this character?
We're on the brink of war. I can't trust anyone. Nothing about this feels right.
I 100% agree with you there. Nothing about this felt right at all. It did feel like 2.5 movies had been thrown into a blender and then shat out onto a screen. It was incoherent, didn't make a lick of sense. Never mind the performances, because when Harrison, I'm just gonna dial it in Ford, actually has the best performance out of anyone in the movie, you have to ask yourself, what exactly went wrong? Now, admittedly, the rest of the crew were hampered by one of the worst scripts I've ever had the misfortune to hear. The dialogue was absolute garbage. It really did feel that it belonged on the CW. It was bland, basic, pathetic, and in certain moments, embarrassing. I was sat there in the theater, actually embarrassed to be watching and listening to this crud. Giancarlo Esposito wasn't even in the first cut of the film. They brought him in later for the reshoots. He's a very competent actor. He just does his thing, but he's completely underutilized and underused and is an absolute waste of his talent. Danny Ramirez as Joaquin Torres, the new Falcon, is beyond abysmal. He doesn't even have a character. His dialogue is absolutely beyond pathetic, and his acting performance is awful. To be perfectly honest with you, he is a terrible addition to the... I don't even know what this is anymore, because it's not the MCU and it's not the MCU. It's just shit. Shira Hass's Shabra has been replaced by her being some sort of Red Room ex-widow now, because they can't have an Israeli superhero in this movie because Queers for Palestine or something, I don't know. But her character was garbage as well, and I know she's meant to be a good actress, but why was she even in this film? She's about 4'1", 30 pounds at most, soaking wet. She looks like a 3-year-old girl and had absolutely no place being cast as that character in the first place. And yes, I got some flowers on Valentine's Day from Chat's mum. God bless. The film's shit!
You asked for me. Here I am.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States, Thaddeus Ross.
Carl Lumley as Isaiah Bradley was perhaps the only other interesting character in this film, or at least gave glimpses of something that you could be intrigued about. He had some good dialogue in some places, and he had some fucking god-awful dialogue in some places, but I would have much rather have seen a film based around that character going through what he was going through than whatever Anthony Mackie was going through, which was a whole load of nothing. Sorry, I'll correct that. Imposter syndrome. Because do you know what? You are an imposter because you ain't Captain America, mate. The all new, all different Marvel diarrhea that came out in the comics, which is now out on the big screen, is performing just like it did in the comics, pathetically. I predicted this movie would do somewhere between $550 to $650 million. Having now seen it, I would like to seriously revise that, because if this hits 400 million worldwide, I'll actually be quite surprised. It is dreadful. It couldn't even live up to the low expectations that it set itself. But here's the real sad thing. Sam Wilson was a great foil for Steve Rogers, and Anthony Mackie is a very competent actor. Marvel clearly displayed in this that they had zero faith in him being Captain America, and that insecurity shone throughout the whole film because they know just as much as everybody else that he isn't. Sam Wilson is not Captain America. Steve Rogers will always be Captain America, and you can never gaslight an audience into believing that. This is Insecurity 101 on the big screen. All it did was cost them hundreds upon hundreds of millions of dollars to get there. Good luck. You're gonna need it. I'll see you in the next video. You take care. Bye for now.